once again, it's so much to talk about. So listen, get your cup of coffee or whatever you like to drink and join me back here in just 30 seconds. Hi, everyone. I am Dr. Sherry, and I am here with the private show. Okay, so we got a lot to talk about today. Don't know if I'm going to do a 10 or 15-minute one today, but we're going to try. Okay, but in today's show, I want to talk about two things. I want to talk about some of the steps that you need to do to become private. And I know we've talked about, little steps along the way, but today, we're going to talk about some specific steps in really being private. Okay. So let's start with your address. When you live in the private, no one should know where to find you because you are private. You can run your private life anywhere you want to live your private life. Any place you want to be, you can be, literally, because it's your life. You self-govern. Okay, no one has any control over you. It's your life, your free will. So when we talk about living in the private, you literally live in the private. All right, and so they have something called a rural route address. And you have to check your area, okay? Because some post offices will acknowledge it, some will not. So let's just get that out there in the forefront. Not saying that if you don't bring it to their attention, they won't, but I'm just letting you know right now, you need to see where you live. But you literally can turn your address, your home address, into a rural route address, whereas no one will know where you live specifically. And the post office will be given the instructions on your address and where to send your mail. Okay. Now, this is the thing. This system was created in the post office. It's a post office system. All right. And so I literally just dropped a video on how to create a private rural route address. Okay, so just go over to my YouTube. It's already there. It's about a 3 or 4 minute video, and I take you step by step. I even show you what the address looks like, and I even give you the publication, which is publication 285, that you can actually look up other information, because I give you one way, but there are several other ways that you can actually create a private address. So this is very important. When you start to move into the private area, this is something you want to kind of do on the forefront. You want to do this in the beginning, because when it's time for you to get your credential cards, when it's time for you to open up your Global Family Bank account, okay, this is the address that you want to use. Okay, you are literally moving out of that public space and you're moving into the private. All right. And so it's important that we begin to really set our lives up like that. Now, with me, I'm doing a lot of things. I'm kind of catching up. I kind of pushed ahead, and I'm kind of, bringing it back, because a lot of this information, sometimes it changes over and over and over again. So you always got to stay up to date with what's happening and who's doing what and what you should be doing, because again, the information is changing like this. All right. So that's why we do the private show, so I can keep you up to date on what's going on. But that address is so important. Okay. Because again, where you receive mail does not have to be where you are laying your head. And this is so important, because when you're private, you're not a resident. Okay. We don't have an address, so to speak. Okay. We don't have an address. All of that is the terminology that's used in the other system. Okay. The word that we really want to use is that we domicile. All right. We domicile in a location. Either we want to tell you that location or we don't want to tell you that location. But when you live in a private, you don't have to tell anybody anything. All right, because you're not in that system. And so when I say private, that means your paperwork has been completed. That means you are status corrected. That means that when you go to that e-verify system, we see your name there. All right, your name, not your straw man's name, not the all caps name. We see your name there. So it's important, again, when you go through this process, you're dotting all I's and you're crossing all T's. And this is something that I do in the school. So you all know that I have a school. Oh, let me do my little banner. I didn't do my little banner. There we go. Now, y'all know I always do this the wrong way. Is it going right there? There you go. Okay, so go to that link bio, / I am Dr. Sherry. Go down to the second one, and that will take you right into the school information where you can come join us. I'm telling you, the people that are in our school are thriving. I'm not kidding. Thriving, okay? Because, again, I'm always keeping them informed of what they should be doing and how they should be doing it. All right. It's so, so, so important. And in fact, this is the day to kind of get in because we have a very, very, very busy schedule coming up for the next 5 days. We literally are doing something every day. All right. So, again, think about joining us. Go to that link bio and it'll take you right there. So, once again, if you're living in a private, you truly live in a private, which is a beautiful place to be. When I'm telling you, when you begin to self-govern, when you don't worry about all of the noise, I call it the noise. When you don't worry about all of the noise and you can block all of the noise out and you're living an honorable life, that takes me into the next part that I want to talk to you guys about today. When you are in the private, when you live in the private, it is a space of honor. It is a space of dignity. It's a space of respect. Because again, no one has to tell you what to do. So therefore, we are assuming that those that are moving into the private, that are accepting who they are. Because remember now, this is who you were when you were born. It was stripped. It was taken from you. So when you are getting your status corrected, you are correcting back into your correct status. But I want to make sure that that point is very clear because I think that's a point that we all get a little messed up on. When you are status correcting, you're not changing into a different space, okay, of that has been created. No, you're changing back to who you were, who God made you. You are changing back to your sovereign state. So when you say that you are being status corrected, you're correcting your status back to who God says that you were when you were born. All right, that's what that means. So when I hear people say, I'm afraid, I'm just at a loss. I am at a loss when I hear that. What are you afraid of? Church going people that have gone to church every day of your life. We know what we always say in the obituaries: receive Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior as a young child. This is the time. I'm telling you what is happening right now. I'm telling you what is happening. The tare is being separated from the wheat. The real is being separated from the unreal. Because if you are sovereign, if you know who you are, if you know you have come from our Creator, birthed into the space that you have dominion, that you have power, that you have authority, how can you not walk in it? How can you not live it? How can you not be it? So that means when we're status correcting your paperwork, we are correcting you back to who God says that you are. That's what we're doing. So don't get this thing mixed up. You are moving back into the power, your unalienable rights that were already given to you at birth. That's what you're doing, right? Christ says you must be reborn. Absolutely. And this is what we're talking about. You're being reborn. You're being born again because when you were born, that state was taken from you fraudulently. You didn't know what they were doing. You had no clue. It was a deception from the very beginning. I am telling you right now, for those that are coming into this walk and this journey, this is such a spiritual journey. This is such a spiritual space that if you're not real, if you're coming in here to manipulate, to, try to make, dollars and dollars and dollars off of people, and I'm telling you, I have paid out thousands of dollars for no remedies that were supposed to help me. None. Give me 1 second. This is my mommy calling. Mom, I'm live. Hello? Okay, I'll call you back. Bye. She's gonna say, you put me on YouTube. I don't have no choice. I want to make sure she's okay. But I wanted to say this is such a spiritual journey. This is such a journey of really understanding who you are. This is the journey right here. I can when I first meet people and I'm talking to them, I already know instantly where they are in their journey. I know. I know. This is a journey whereas no one's going to be manipulated. Nobody's going to be taken advantage of because your spirit is going to go before you. Your spirit is going to let you know. You're going to know when you're in a safe space. You're going to know when you're at peace. And you're going to know if this is something that you should be doing. So that's why I'm telling you, status correction is directly tied into your spiritual journey because you are correcting your state back unto who God says you are, to give you that power and authority that you were granted with when you were born. What we're doing is that we are making that crooked road straight again. That's what we're doing. And it's a lot of work because they have gone overboard. When I tell you overboard, to deceive us, to kill, steal, and destroy, which they say that the enemy does. The enemy kills. They have killed our understanding of who we are. They've killed our self-esteem. Some have literally been killed for this movement. Okay? They have destroyed our lives. They have destroyed our finances. They've destroyed the essence of who we are. Okay? And they have stolen from us everything from birth. And now we're trying to piece all of this back together. We're trying to piece it back together. So, once again, for those that need to understand how to get that private rural route address, go over to my YouTube. I've given specific instructions on how to do that. If you're in a school, I literally just posted it in the school. All right. Every Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, come and watch the orientation. If you've never seen this orientation, I'm telling you, your mouth is going to drop wide open. I am telling you right now, everybody needs to come and hear this orientation. We've been doing it for months now. Months, okay? And we have receipts. Those that are in the school, they know. I show you receipts. I show you receipts. I'm not one of those people that, our school is only $27, but I am not the kind that's not going to show you the receipts and what I have done to back it up, okay? So I'm telling you, all of the learning, all of the understanding is paying off. And, I forgot to tell you guys this. So you all know in my former life that I was a real estate instructor, had 3 licenses, taught real estate in Georgia, Florida, and Alabama. And I have 4 real estate licenses. Could sell in Georgia, Florida, Alabama, and California. And I even, did some dealings over in Dubai. All right. So, I had to relinquish all of that when I came into the private, because you can't have LLCs, EIN numbers. We don't deal in that world. Business licenses, we don't get permission from anybody. So I now have created my new skill. We don't say businesses in this arena. My new skill on the land. And if you're following me on Facebook or Instagram, or TikTok, I am about to drop it. Now, if you're in the school, you've already seen it. You've already seen it. But listen, if you were or are a real estate agent, or if you own a home or investment property, or if you do anything in that real estate arena, you do not want to miss this. All right. So if you go to that link bio, where is it? Link bio. Oh, there it is. I'm right on it today. Link bio / I am Dr. Sherry. I actually have a meeting there that you can register for on November 12th. I don't know, do I do it 7:30 p.m. Eastern time? It's either 7 or 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think it's 7:30. Okay. You do not want to miss this meeting. I'm telling you, y'all know when I come and I tell you I'm about to drop something, I am about to drop something. Okay. And this is the thing about me. I work in the background very quietly. And then boom, I lay it on you. I love operating like that, because you know what I learned a long time ago, that your words, when it comes out of your mouth, when they come out of your mouth, they take on an energy, they take on a spiritual nature. And so if you put stuff out there too soon, okay, the enemy could literally destroy what was meant for your future. So that's why I've learned to keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut until all I's have been dotted and all T's have been crossed. Okay. All right, you guys. I love you, love you, love you so much. Hey, Miss Beverly. Thank you, Mr. Wiley. All right, you guys. Miss Gwen, thank you guys for joining today. I remember, meet me tonight, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our weekly orientations. You do not want to miss this. I'm about to show a new receipt tonight. A new receipt is going to be dropped tonight that literally just happened this morning. If you're in my school, you already know it. All right, you guys. Until next time. Bye-bye.